Alright, welcome back to PC Building Simulator, and welcome back to the Razor Workshop. In the last video, we made this, the all-blue PC. You can tell it's all blue, because it's all blue. I can't get the side panel on, though. For some odd reason, I can't get the side panel to reinstall. Not sure why. I guess it's too blue. I don't know. But yeah, in this episode, we're gonna try to build something a little different than a color theme build. We've done this before with various manufacturers, where we build them all from one manufacturer into one PC, as many components as we can get from that manufacturer into a PC. Today we're going to do it with Corsair. This has been requested by several of you. There's a lot of comments asking for an all Corsair build, but the original goes back all the way 2 months ago from Cheekless55 Roblox and More, which is an interesting channel name, but okay, who said, can you make a full Corsair PC on PC Building Sim? It'd be sick. I agree. I think it'd be sick. We also got one around there from Pan Chastecko. New challenge. Make a Corsair only build. We also had one from Chase Brandon saying, do a Corsair, all Corsair build. And a big long comment from Big Zeri saying he likes my vids, thank you, appreciate that. And in there he asked for Corsair only build in PC Building Simulator, because they have everything. Graphics cards, I think, motherboard, fans, RAM, power supply, cases, etc. Yeah, they have a lot of stuff. We'll go through that. And then we also got one from MWW Plays. Nice video, but hell yeah, do a full Corsair build. So that's what we're going to do today. A Corsair build. All Corsair, all the time. As far as what components they do have, they don't have graphics cards. In real life, like, they've released their Hydro X series of water cooling parts for graphics cards, which I say is as close as you could really get. They're not a graphics cards manufacturer yet. Who knows if they'll become one? I don't know. So we won't have an option there in the game. They do make CPU cooling. They do not make motherboards. I don't think they make motherboards in real life either. So we'll have to go with something different for that. They, of course, make memory. They, of course, make storage. They, of course, make power supplies. They, of course, make cases. So yeah, and case fan. They make a lot of good stuff. So we're going to get right down into it and get started by finding a case. And I already know which one we're going to go with. It's one I haven't built in yet. It's one I was kind of holding on to for this video. We've already built in the 1000D, which is a beast. Go ahead and I can link that down in the description if you guys want to see that. It's a really interesting PC. It's like a super tower build. It's crazy. The real case in real life is cool because you can actually have two separate systems in it. You can't do that in this game, unfortunately. But today we're going to be using the Corsair Crystal Series 570X RGB. This is kind of like just a pure Corsair PC. It's got all the glass paneling on it. It's very sharp. It, of course, has RGB lighting. We're going to be doing lots of RGB today because Corsair is all about just like rainbow puking it out. So we're going to do that. It'll have lots of support for fans and all sorts of good stuff. We got some drive bays here too, so we'll probably load some of those up since we've got the option to add Corsair as a storage manufacturer. So yeah. But first, we need a motherboard. Corsair does not make a motherboard, as we said, and really doesn't matter what CPU we use. I guess it's going to be black, and we've got like a little bit of like gunmetal, so maybe we consider that, I guess? Black, gunmetal, who knows? Asus Prime X470 Pro. I don't know if I've ever used this board. I'm not sure much RGB's on it, but there's definitely going to be some. Asus Prime. I really wish they had the MSI like Meg Godlike series on here, because it has a lot of RGB lighting, which would be very appropriate for a Corsair build. Has like this weird like infinity mirror thing inside the IO shroud. It's really interesting. I wish it was in this. To be honest, they don't have like a lot of like crazy high-end boards in this game. I mean, they definitely have some, I guess. You know, like the Maximus is high-end, and I'm trying to think what the Crosshair is pretty high-end, like from Asus. I guess they have some of these. What? Maybe do the Strix X299. I don't know if I've built with this. Let's try it. We haven't built with X299 in a while. And it's got a really interesting ROG thing in the center. looks good. It matches the color really nicely too, like exact same color. All right, get our little CPU shield opened up here, get our socket ready, and we've got lots of options. We always kind of go to the high end, like 9980XE, 9780XE. Maybe we'll do something a little different. 14 cores, 7940X, 18 cores, 7980X. So insane. So many cores. 9800X, 9960X. I don't even know. Gosh. Maybe we should just go high. I mean, why do anything else? 9980XE. Alright. Everything else is just kind of like, you know, why bother? When money's not an option, an object, it's okay to have a $1,300 CPU in here. Okay, storage. Let's do a couple Corsair M.2 drives, which I always usually use theirs anyway, but now it is especially appropriate. How many does this hold? Oh my gosh, just one, huh? That's weird. I'm really surprised by that. Okay. Whoa. Alright, I'm gonna open up all of these. I guess the cool thing about doing this board too is that we do get quad channel memory. We get room for 8 DIMMs, which is good because Corsair is absolutely a provider of memory. And I think I'm gonna go with the black Corsair Vengeance RGB Pro. Truthfully, I wish Trident Z Royal was in this game. Or no, sorry, Trident Z is geez, that's G-Skill, that's not Corsair. I guess this is, I don't even know what like Corsair's like most over-the-top memory would be. I guess they don't have anything like crazy like Trident Royal. But yeah, I think Vengeance RGB Pro in black will serve us quite well. 4000 speed, let's try that. This is gonna be a lot. We'll get that good Corsair RGB going with some really fast RAM and a lot of it, 64 gigs. So, all right, CPU cooling. Corsair does make CPU coolers. They make AIOs. I actually have one in my real computer. Actually, I had a Corsair one, and it. What am I tight? What am I doing? I had one in my computer that actually broke. It was like this. It was the H100i V2, so it's like a 240 version of this. And the pump failed, and my computer in real life overheated. But Corsair replaced it for free. So now I don't have this one. I have the 140 version. So not the 360, not the full 3-fan rad, but 2-fan. So this should be all RGB. I hope the fans are. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see how we do there. But yeah, so they make some nice cooling products. And let's see. Of course, they make fans. I'm trying to think what to go with. I wish I knew. Let's see. Do 2. Oh my gosh, I don't think I can fit 2 140s up there. See, they overlap. It's just. I don't get the fans in this game because those are going to conflict. Even though like this case is made to have 2 140 fans, 140 mil fans, you would just mount them like over. Like there's room to mount them further to the right. It's kind of broken. I'm gonna try it anyway. It's gonna fail. Just so you guys don't trust me, so I'm gonna show you. It's gonna fail. See, told ya. It's so dumb. All right, 120. So lame. Lame PC building simulator. Can I do a 140 in the back? No, 120. All right. Cool. So I don't actually know if the front fans. I don't think they're going to be RGB. But that's all right. We gotta do all Corsair. And we gotta do their liquid cooler. Otherwise, we're gonna have to pick something else for CPU cooler. So. Cool. Power supply. Corsair, of course, does make some power supplies. We're gonna need a beefy one because we've got a pretty power-hungry CPU in this build. Let's just go with their top-of-line 1600i. Oh, we didn't even need to worry about a bracket there on the power supply mount. It just goes straight in, which is cool. And it's under that nice power supply shroud. Looks very clean. We can also throw a little more storage back here. That's also going to be from Corsair. So they also make 2.5-inch drives. don't think they make any 3.5-inch drives. I think they're all solid state. So I'll put a couple 960s back there. That's the largest of the solid state drives. There you go. A little more Corsair in this build. And let's see. So you're going to need graphics card. But yeah, that might be... And you know what? I think I'm going to go with a reference. Because I never ever put the reference cards in here, like the Founders Edition. But I think it's going to look really good in this case. The 2080 Ti. Let me, of course, forget to remove the PCI covers, because I always do. I think it's going to fit the theme pretty well. Like, obviously, it's not really going to have, like, a lot of RGB or anything, but that's fine. Like, there'll be plenty of that. Yes, I think that's going to fit pretty nicely. Plus, I do kind of like the look of the Founders cards, or the RTX cards. So, all right. So, we've got 3 Corsair fans, case fans. We've got an all-in-one liquid cooler with them, 360 rad. 3 fans, that's all Corsair. Corsair power supply, 64 gigs of Corsair memory, a couple Corsair solid state 2.5-inch drives, and then a single M.2 NVMe 960 gig drive. That's all the Corsair in this build, and we're ready to go. Of course, these fans aren't hooked up for some reason. Why does this motherboard have no fan headers? Okay. We got there must be a way. Well, so I don't know exactly what's going on here. I'm having issues with the top fans, and the only thing I can think is that it's something specific to this case. Because I tried swapping out motherboards, I thought, oh, you know what? I must not have enough fan headers because I can't seem to connect any top-mounted case fans. It doesn't matter. Like, none of them will connect. Right there. I have no other fans connected, and it will not let me do anything. It just, nothing works. But look, the back fan, oh, I don't want a 140. The back fan is a 120. Boom, it connects just fine. And I've got fan headers, like, but I can't connect them. So I don't know what that's about, but something's wrong with this case. So I'm not changing. I like this case. There's just a weird bug with it, I guess, where no fans connect. And so they don't ever spin. And they just sit there, lifeless. Like, they connect to each other. See that? They've daisy chained to each other, which is great. Except that this doesn't ever let me connect to anything. So, I don't know. It doesn't work with either motherboard. It doesn't matter. And like, this is an SC-ETX motherboard. Like, this has a ton of fan headers. I've used this motherboard in other builds with a ton of fans. So, yeah, I guess just pretend that the fans are spinning. I'm going to put Corsair fans in because that's what it should be, but just pretend that they're spinning, I guess, because they should be. It's the game's fault. It's not my fault, okay? Not fair. So I'm going to put a couple of their 120 RGB LEDs in. The RGB won't light up, of course, because they're not plugged in. So I'm going to stick with this motherboard since we've done it. It looks good. I like it. It's cool. It actually has more room for, I mean, look at that, 3 M.2 slots. It's probably I think it's the most high-end X299 motherboard in the game. So we'll do that. Put a bunch of, oop, that was the wrong one. Put a bunch of storage in it. And I'll get this all put back together, and then we'll finish her up. All right, we got to put that together. Got to boot it up, and yeah, I mean, just disappointed. I'm really just disappointed by the case or whatever weird bug. I don't even know. So go ahead. We'll get our lighting going because lighting is so important for Corsair. And it's kind of what they do. You know you can expect the rainbow puke. It's coming. It was supposed to be happening with all the fans, including the ones on the top. But I guess not anymore. So, hello? Turn on, thank you. Good. Otherwise, I mean, I think it does look pretty sweet. I just really wish the front I mean, I wish the top fans worked. I wish the front fans on the AIO were also RGB, but we're trying to do all Corsair, so we gotta do as much as we can. Now, rainbow, and apply. Does the case not support rainbow? Oh. Oh, the case can't do rainbow. Wait, where does the case lighting come from? Oh, just the power supply shroud? Is that it? A little logo at the front? Okay. I'm thinking probably just white for that then. There you go. Okay. So, we got pretty much as much Corsair as you can fit in a case. To recap, a Corsair case, a Corsair all-in-one liquid cooler, 360 rad, 3 120mm fans. We've got 2 of their RGB 120mm fans up top, 1 in the back. One in the back actually works, the one on top don't. Not Corsair's fault. And we've got 64 gigs of Corsair memory. We've got 3 960 gig M.2 NVMe drives installed on the motherboard. We have 2 more 2.5-inch 960 gig SSDs around back, and a 1600 watt power supply. There you go. That is the all Corsair build. Yeah, I mean, I wish it had a little more RGB. The 1000D was a little bit better, a little more RGB in that one. But hey, here it is in a slightly more reasonable case. This case is only $75. That's kind of amazing, actually. That's a sweet case. So, there it is. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did enjoy and you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe for more videos of PC Building Simulator, as well as some other games I've been playing. Thanks so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya.